Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Kapital, Spark of Revolution. This video is sponsored by Once Entertainment. Thank you to them for that, and of course you guys can learn more about this game in the description down below if you would like. Alright, so in the last video we unlocked the power of the Bourgeois, with stalls and boutiques getting me a lot of extra income, and also a lot of extra happiness with some of my different classes, which is exceptionally helpful. Something else I'm going to need to do here is start working on placing down things like prisons, in order to make sure that people are being properly taken care of. So let's go ahead and place you down right over there like so. Make sure you set up some roads. There we go. I need a place to store some of my criminals. Speaking of criminals, I did learn how you are going to investigate crimes. It looks like over time you start getting clues at your, what is this, a police station? No, police department, sorry. Very keen difference. Anyway, once you get enough clues, you finish with the investigation, which tends to get you some sort of reward. So that's the reason you do this. A little expensive, but all right, not a big deal. So we now have our prison set up. The train broke down. Gosh dang it. All right, let's go ahead and repair that using some of my wood and some of my money. We need to get that going because obviously the more grain we have, the better. If our train ever is like completely shut down or people start stealing our grain, it's very easy to suddenly start falling apart. Grain is 100% the primary bottleneck at the beginning of the game. It's going to be a major issue for us if we don't keep that going. To that extent, I'm actually thinking the next thing we probably do is go for another upgrade to the train. In fact, the more upgrades we do on this, the better. Eventually, you'll be able to get extra train lines, but not for a little bit. By the way, let's go ahead and repair this wooden house, which apparently burned down. It's going to be a little while before we're able to do that, but we're definitely going to need it. All right, let's see. No cultural scene to speak of. Well, that doesn't sound right. We should have all manner of cultural scene. Look how many people are joining our city. I wish there was a way for me to turn that off, because we currently have a lot of unemployed people, and I really do not need more citizens, more mouths to feed, if I'm not actually going to get to put them to work in any way. Looks like we're about to get a bunch of free alcohol at the marketplace. I mean, that's nice, I suppose. Let's see. Crime of the Nobility. Okay, so another investigation we can work on. Let's see. Assaulted at night. I'm going to not make this a top priority. We'll make it a regular priority because we don't need to override the one we're already working on. We'll finish this first. But really what you do is just say, hey, make this the top priority and spend the clue on the next one. You can only ever work on one thing at a time, apparently, which is a little bit sad. What's going on here? Not enough nobles? It should be okay. Yeah, we do definitely need to get some more nobles going. So there's the train doing its thing. I need a lot more wood. Should be producing a fair bit. There's Unfortunate Marriage, done, excellent, and actually, while I am looking at that, we are getting a message from Sir Stanton. We have excellent results. Our town has rebuilt from ruins in a very short time, and we have restored the economy and relaunched production. So this is where they're going to tell me that I now have the opportunity to possibly create my own state. After World War I, the Empire, I'm guessing maybe the German Empire or something, or the Austria-Hungarian Empire, fell apart. And now we can create our own country, and we can become the capital of said country. And everyone's like, oh, that sounds like a really interesting idea. However, we want the state to be built up in our own image, with our own values. What? Your values are stupid. You should be doing it with my values instead. And lo and behold, you can find that we're going to have situations where people get upset, because I'm not going to be paying enough attention to all of them. So yeah, that's going to be fun, but we'll deal with that later, I guess. What they want me to do now is research the Brickyard, which requires that we get fundamental research here first, and then we can build this up. And producing some bricks is great. It costs me money, obviously, but with bricks, we'd be able to upgrade the palace. And with upgrades to the palace, we can do more stuff. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get another train line until we have a marble palace. So it's still going to be a little while. By the way, we're running low on grain. I'm going to go ahead and demolish these last box piles. Once you run out of all your stockpiles in the world, you're in a lot of trouble. It's going to happen eventually. Like, that is just inevitable. There's no way around it, but it's not good. It's not a good thing. All right, so what else should we be working on over here? We could get some additional boutiques and stuff, and I think there's a lot of money-making opportunity for doing that, because I have seen this boutique shop pretty much being filled up a lot. So we'll go ahead and start working on some of those. You are going to turn on in a little bit, sure. More laws, what do we want? We could go for the Secret Service, but what we really need to do is get rid of all the bodies. So let's go ahead and start setting up some funeral services. That's going to take me a lot more lumber in order to make that work, unfortunately. But that's fine. Once these guys are done, I'm probably going to go ahead and set up a second shift. on the sawmills so that we can get more wood and more gold that we can use to then upgrade the train again, because if we aren't getting... Oh, we can do it now, actually. If we're not getting more grain, then we're in a lot of trouble. Grain is the most important resource at the beginning of the game. No way around it. There's a lot more right there. I'm not going to have people work on the alcohol or the food for right now, but we are going to have people do a second shift over here and start producing some extra lumber. Not going to do too many of those because I don't want the worker happiness to go down a lot. And by the way, we should probably stop taxing the bourgeois quite so much since we're not getting a lot of free happiness out of them. We'll get plenty of extra money simply by having all these boutiques and some stalls and stuff. In fact, it might even be worth getting another stall set up if we can. But of course, I need even more lumber for that too. Darn it. All right, well, we'll worry about that in a little bit. Having lots of money is a very good thing. It gives me options for later. We need money. Money equal good. Someday we'll be able to buy things with said money. Probably. Maybe? I don't know. Oh gosh, what's this? We got bandits. All right, hostages. Pay ransom. 2,400 gold. Now, send the policemen. How many? 4. There we go. We'll have a shootout. The policemen are on their way to go and deal with the banditos. Hi, policemen. Haratata, haratata. Let's get over there. Choose the police situation. Do we assault and risk a bunch of workers dying? Do we pay the ransom or do we retreat? I mean, I think we just go ahead and assault. Now it's more expensive. Wow, they're like, hey, you took too long, so our price went up. Yeah, no. Begin the assault. Attack! Pew, 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 pew! Friggin' die, you banditos! Oh, and a bunch of people are dying. I think we're okay, though. Did it work the way I wanted? Citizens died. All right. But loyalty has risen, apparently. The assault was successful. We arrested some bandits, we killed a hostage, and the rest of other people were killed. Well, that's unfortunate, but you know what? We won. So I'm okay with it for the moment. Do we want to go for another stall right now? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get another stall. It's very important we keep the happiness nice and high. That's the other advantage of this, but also it gets me even more income that I can continue to use. And we're almost, you know, we're almost ready to go ahead and have another shift anyway. I don't see a point in doing a second shift yet. That's kind of something you only do during the middle of the night, so we're going to ignore that for a little while. We'll just wait for people to get back to work the old-fashioned way. I'm probably going to need to go for the Innovations tab next. That's kind of important, but I'll show you more about why that's important later. We have a lot of hungry people. Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. Do we have a deteriorated building? So all your buildings do deteriorate over time, and if you don't deal with that, you're going to have an issue. What's this? The bourgeois are happy and are to stop evading my taxes. Oh, that's good. Thank you. I wasn't aware you were evading my taxes. An unfair duel. Do we allow the duel and make the nobles happy at the cost of the bourgeois, or other way around? Or make the factory owner disappear? Why would I do that? Okay, let's see. Arrests. I'm gonna arrest because that seems okay. I'm gonna make the bourgeois happier, and the reason I want to do that is because the bourgeois are the only people that I can tax right now. So the happier they are and the less they're evading taxes, I mean, I would say just generally the better the situation is going to be. We have some injuries taking place, which means we really need to renovate some of these buildings because otherwise people are going to continue getting injured, and injured people are people who are not working. I need to turn off the alcohol plant, unfortunately, and have people just start making nothing but food because hunger has gone way too high. I know sad and depressed people are an issue too, I agree. But, like, if we don't deal with hunger, then people actually might start dying. And if people are dying, then I got bigger problems now. What do I need for the next upgrade? 700 stinking wood in order to get the next upgrade? That sucks. Let's go for the innovations. I want to get funeral services up and running, but we can't. What's this? Oh, good. Oh, good. The factory completely broke down, and now we need to upgrade that. Gosh dang it. Look at all the injuries that just took place. Well, that's no good. All right, people get back to working over here, I guess. And corruption's growing. Yup, everything is looking horrible here. Fencer, another crime of nobility. We'll just make that a regular priority for the moment. Okay, well, we have no food and we have no alcohol because no one is producing anything because, it's bad. Times apparently are very bad. And I'm going to go ahead and start the second work shift so we produce some food and produce some alcohol because if we don't produce, then people are going to die and we're not going to make as much money. Also, I really need to be getting some additional lumber produced so I can continue upgrading the train overnight, so we're going to go ahead and do that next. If I don't get grain, we're going to die. It really is this simple. Grain is so very important. Now, notice we have upset the workers to a massive amount because we set up 3 of these secondary shifts. That's why you don't want to do that. Trade alcohol for food. I can't do that, sorry. I mean, I can't afford to send my grain to work on alcohol at all. We just need nothing but food at the moment, so that's going to have to be okay. Waiting for 700, we hit it, perfect. Then we go to the train, and we go for another upgrade. We're about to get our next round of grain, or at least we should be. There it is, and people should automatically be turning that into the next round of resources. So we're okay-ish. As we get more lumber, next I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on things like some funeral services, because that's the thing we need. Though note we just used up 100 wood trying to get our trains up and running. I want to do another secondary shift to get more lumber, but I can't. We're actually, if anything, producing too much gold and not having enough things to spend it on. Under research, we could go for more wood production if we wanted this, or better distillation. That could be helpful. Yeah, those innovations can be helpful. They make your economy just generally more effective, so your grain goes further and so on, or producing more lumber could certainly be good. The more lumber I am producing, of course, the more innovations I'd be able to do, since we're making lots of cash. What's this? We have intoxicated workers. Well, that sucks, but the good news is I have a lot of unemployed workers, so that's a thing. I've got a lot of homeless workers, too, which is one of the reasons we're having a lot of happiness and other issues. But, I mean, what can you do? It is what it is for the moment. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Let's go to the research, and what's this? Wait a minute, we have new innovations. Oh, it changes every day? Oh, my. Okay. Well, increase the amount of grain we get. Yes! That's worth it. What's this? The nobles are happy. We get more hospital efficiency. Excellent. Also, our nurse lady is walking in, telling us that something bad's about to happen. We have the flu! Yay! All right, a new strain of influenza is going to require that we get a vaccine. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get that innovations tab up and running, because that's the only way to get a vaccine. However, we did just start working on the wagon capacity for more grain, so I don't really regret that decision at all. Hospital efficiency plus 20%, good timing since we apparently have the flu. Yup, that is definitely a problem, no doubt about it. That is a problem. So we're trying to produce a lot of wood here. Some workers died. We have a festival for the workers, thank God. That's going to get me a lot of extra happiness. Okay, so all of that's going to add up. Still need to be getting the bodies out of the street, of which we have a whopping 20. Let's go to medicine here, a graveyard we can set up in this area. I need to get more lumber, though. I need to get more lumber. I need to make sure we always have enough to deal with our next round of trains, and that's going to be 100 lumber every time. What's this? Oh, gosh dang it. Another thing broke down. Gosh dang it. All right, well, we have maintenance costs for our graveyards. That's unfortunate. We're not going to be producing any alcohol, but you know what? That's okay. All the grain is going to be going to producing food instead. Rather than getting our alcohol up and running, let's get ourselves a funeral service, which I guess I'll go ahead and place over here. That way we can go ahead and start burying all the bodies during some of these work shifts, and maybe we have less disease chance in the streets. Okay. A lot of sad people is a really big issue. I need to deal with that. Let's go ahead and repair this facility. Another law is available. You know what I want? I want anti-corruption. Now, corruption is not that bad to deal with. What we do is we go to security, and we do an anti-corruption push, and this will spend 1,000 gold to reduce corruption somewhere. In my case, I want to get rid of the corruption at the train station, because that means we'll have more efficient building, which gets me, you guessed it, more grain, which we all know that I need. So we're going to go ahead and start working on that. Tax maneuver, a crime of the bourgeois. Okay. Well, we have to investigate this too. We have a lot of things that we are actively investigating, don't we? Yeah. No, this is great. Very good. No alcohol to be had, guys. Sorry. You're all just going to have to live. I mean, I guess we're now producing a tiny bit. It's still technically the work shift, so that gets a little bit of happiness, but not much. Where else might I have some danger? One of these sawmills will probably be... No, the sawmills are okay. Looking for deterioration being an issue in a few places. For the most part, we're looking all right. Okay. The good thing is we haven't had any theft from our warehouse yet. I probably jinxed that. Oh, we're almost capped out on wood. I probably almost jinxed that now, but my fear is we really need to get that up and running. Is this still paused? Oh, dang it. I never turned back on the academy to spend money on this, so we haven't actually been working on any of the extra grain. Oops. Okay, well, that's a goof. What else could we be doing? We could be building up some housing. But, I mean, I don't know. What I really want is people to, like, die. I don't know. We have 17 unburied corpses. Yeah. We got no alcohol. We got no food. Oh, boy. All right. We are going to do a second shift here and upset the workers. And just start producing food so that people don't go hungry, because that's really important. And if we're producing extra food over the night, that's fine with me. That is just fine with me. The train is about to arrive with some extra grain, which we'll be able to use. Okay, there's a bunch more. Thank you. And spend some of that lumber in order to keep things going. I'm going to have only one lumber yard for a little bit. Let's stop paying for another one for a little while we wait. There goes the extra happiness and stuff that was going for the nobility. Okay. Death by infection. Please continue dying. I need this. It's very important to me that some of you start to die. I know that sounds very counterintuitive, but it's true. I also need to be getting Secret Service up and running pretty soon. That's also going to end up being important. 28 more people arrived? Come on. The mayor is an honest man. Alcohol production goes up. Oh, that's great. No, like, actually, that's great. That just gets me more value, right? Do we get more alcohol per grain? The answer is yes, we do. Pies with tails. Pies? A rat tail in a pie? Ew! Ew! All right, well, we need to make the bourgeois happy, unfortunately, at the cost of the workers. Now, we could keep the workers happy and just distribute a little bit of food, but I need that food to sell it. So we're going to make the bourgeois happier, because we can afford to upset the workers at least a little bit for now. What is this? All right, that's the same thing. We have a crime report. That's been closed. The nobles are a little bit more loyal now. Thank you. Okay. The train arrived. We'll spend some of that wood. Let's just keep an eye on this wood and make sure that we don't end up accidentally getting ourselves too much. I am surprised that we're actually doing so well on gold. I mean, everything is going pretty well on that front. Hospital's still doing its thing. The research is certainly chugging along. We got lots of homeless people. Please leave. I don't want you here. Go away. Go anywhere else. That'd be best. Thank you. We gotta spend this wood at some point. I mean, I could go for some more trading. You know, more stalls and stuff. Maybe. I don't know which of the classes desperately needed more stuff. When can I get more upgrades? Okay, so the next train upgrade only comes with bricks, so we're not getting any more grain for a bit. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little while. So we're serving a lot of our workers over here. We are trying to serve... seems like we have enough boutiques going around, so if there's anything we need, it might be another stall. So we'll go ahead and set another one up over here. Spend some of that wood so we don't get capped out unnecessarily. That's just wasteful. Boom. Start selling some more stuff. Boom. All right, research, done. Improved grinding. I want all of this, but I have to go for the vaccine. That's something that we've been warned we need to do. The flu is going to get people killed, and that's obviously not good. What is this? Corruption's probably really high. Great. Let's go over here to security, do an anti-corruption push. Tax department, hospital. Let's start with the tax department because corruption's way too high there. More laws are available. We could finally go for the Secret Service. That's something people have been recommending for a bit. I guess I go ahead and do this. Sure. We'll need a lot more lumber in order to get that going, but that's fine. Security. Secret Service is going to take 300 lumber. Fine with me. Let's do that. We have a lot more grain just arrived. Oh, man. All right. Yes, getting rid of the corruption seems to have made a big difference all of a sudden. Thank you. Holy crud. I love it. I love everything I just saw in that. That's great. We're going to go ahead and do a second shift. Oh, gosh. No, I didn't want to do that for the lumber. Okay, never mind. We shouldn't have done that because I didn't realize the marketplace was about to give me a bunch of free lumber, but oh well. What's done is done. We'll spend some of it ASAP and start working on some of this. Boom. Okay, now we can expose the activities of gangs. What's going on over here? A crime of the nobility. A baby has been kidnapped. Top priority. Seems kind of important, don't you think? I think it is. Security. If we look at Secret Service, we can now see a few other things over here. So we can assassinate somebody on the map. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but we could. No gangs have been discovered. No radicals that we need to raid. And I don't know why I would want to kidnap somebody, but we could. Kidnap person and put them in the secret department and then interrogate them and learn more. I mean, yeah, we could do that. We definitely have some radicalism, but it's not a lot. Look at all these prisoners. We could start doing some amnesty, I suppose. Do you want to grant select citizen? Yeah, we could select you. And then do what with you? You've been arrested. Age 16. Unhappy people. Yeah, we can see their mood, their health, their satiation and stuff. That's all certainly a concern. I mean, at some point we could go for execution and just start executing people who are going to be a problem for me. I mean, that is certainly an option. These stalls apparently are not getting a lot of value right now. Okay. With that being known, let's go for another second shift and start producing more food. I really do not need this extra lumber. What we can do with it is build residences. That's the best thing to do. We build more cottages and stuff like that. Maybe some extra workers' houses. Boom, we've solved the problem of the lumber. What is this? We have a riot. Great. They want alcohol. I don't have any, so send the policemen. 4 of them. And we'll see what happens with that. Also bandits. Okay. Well, I have no free policemen to work with. So they're gonna die. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Hi, policemen. Disperse the crowd. Shoot to kill. No, disperse the crowd, please. So we're now beating people up. Citizens were killed. Yep. And people are very unhappy. And we also have a fire. Oh, God. This is where everything starts going wrong, isn't it? Okay. Tough measures. We have successfully suppressed this and killed off some citizens. That is less citizens that I am going to need to feed. So I'm going to call that a slight victory. I really wanted to get some more alcohol production with all this extra grain, but I can't. When is the train going to arrive? In 4 hours? We're going to have too much grain in a minute. No. We'll use well, we might have some extra grain. I would love to do this, but I can't. Mortality rates are too high amongst the workers, and people are starting to die. Yeah, duly noted. The deterioration doesn't look that bad. I could repair this if I had some extra lumber. Oh, God. I'm concerned. I'm concerned. We're working on that dang vaccine. That's still a thing. We've at least finally got some food. So at least that's something. Gosh dang it. More people have gotten sick. Okay. And loyalty is going down for a lot of folks. Well, realistically speaking, what can be done about it? Not a lot. Let's go to that train, by the way, and we're going to go ahead and... I need 420 wood in order to upgrade it now. There we go. Let's go ahead and maintain that, do some repairing. Train is repairing, so it's not going to be going anywhere for a little bit. We're producing some alcohol, barely. There are no free cells for criminals in the prison. Too many criminals, ladies and gentlemen, and we're starting to use up all of my money. Because so many people have unsatisfied needs that they're not using my boutiques, and all of a sudden, we're not making any cash. And the marketplace is making me lumber, which is one resource I really don't need right now. So we're going to go ahead and turn off a sawmill and save myself a tiny bit of money. I need people to go to these boutiques, please. It's the only way I make cash. What's this? Oh, a prison break. Oh, good. Escaped prisoners. We got rid of the dang sickness. Thank you, vaccine. Okay, so that's at least taken care of. With the vaccine gone, let's go to research and see what else we can do. Reduce the wear of the train or reduce intoxication by 15%. I'm thinking we are going to reduce the wear and tear on the train. That'll take a little bit of time, of course. We have a new law. Inner security, raid on radicals. Cremation, printing. A PR campaign, increase loyalty of specific classes. Probably costs me money. Migration, late shifts, requisitioning. I think we need to go for wholesale trading. And pray that this is going to result in me being able to make a lot of money in the form of stock. Open up opportunities for profit. Always about profits with these bourgeois. Yeah, but notice that my happiness is starting to go down by a lot. Because a lot of people have unmet needs right now, especially in the department of alcohol. We have a shocking amount of depressed people. And a lot of dead bodies in the streets from the riots. And so on. So we're in a lot of trouble here. I'm trying desperately to keep on top of this. But at least we managed to get rid of the flu. Oh boy. All right, well, thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. We're going to keep trying to keep this going as much as we can. By the way, let's do some anti-corruption at the hospital and make sure that we are curing people as fast as we can. We're trying to keep this going. We'll see what happens. Of course, be sure to take a look at that link in the description down below if you like what you see and you'd like to learn more. Maybe try this game out for yourself. Maybe you can do better than I can. Maybe. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.